There we go. Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Good morning. How you guys doing? Only 6 people here. Dr. Karlov, good morning. Thanks for the stream. No worries. I was just about to make it just before you said it. You know, because Bitcoin is down 3.2%. And people might be a little bit worried. So I was like, it's not as bad as you guys think, you know. And when I look at altcoins, they're down like 2, 3, 4%, something like that. But it's not as bad. So we're gonna talk a little bit about it. But most importantly, you know, on the daily time frame, you'll see this big dump that just happened over here, and everybody is a little bit, you know, man, it's going down. Right now, sitting down at 67k. We were, you know, just a couple of days ago, we are over here at 60k over here, and you know, before that we were at 70k. But you know, Bitcoin is still sitting up here, you know, at these very, very high levels. Especially if you look at, you know, big time frames up here, still sitting above the moving averages over here at the big time, high levels, but nobody cares. Again, yesterday we had a live stream. We talked about how nobody cares about Bitcoin and crypto right now. The interest in Google Trends is almost at all-time low. The views on the, not just my channel, I mean my channel is crap, you know, so I'm not looking at my channel to see, you know, what kind of interest there is in crypto. But if you look at other channels as well, we showed an image yesterday on the stream. The views on big channels as well is at, you know, all-time low as well, because nobody literally cares. And this, you know, Bitcoin is sitting at 70k and nobody cares. Nobody cares about what's happening. So we're gonna do this quick and dirty way. What's happening in Bitcoin and altcoins right now. Ethereum a little bit, Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum, Bitcoin chart and stuff like that. So what is actually happening, and why this, you know, why are people maybe panicking? I'm saying maybe panicking because I always see, you know, 3-4% move down and everybody is losing their mind, right? So there was this trend over here that we had a little bit big dump over here. You'll see this on the small time frames as well. We dumped down fastly, and right now we're kind of just exhausting this move towards downside over here. There might be another move towards downside up here before it goes up, but this is impulsive move. This exhaustion pattern up here might go a little bit more towards downside, or just might actually return towards upside over here. So we're gonna see how this actually plays out. But oftentimes once you have, you know, this very big fast move towards downside and you start, you know, flagging towards downside, this often exhaustion pattern up here, you can see also the volume is going down very, very low towards downside up here. This is a very, very small time frame, so a lot of things can actually happen. For hourly time frame, we are hitting this 200 moving average. On the daily time frame, we are very close to the 50 moving average over here. There is a major level of support over here, give or take. Right now we're hitting that, so we are definitely coming to some kind of, you know, support levels. So this move towards downside after, you know, we've been down at 56k levels over here, we came 2 times up to 72k levels, failed to break that, and right now we are pulling back because this was a very, very steep channel. Right now we are pulling back over here towards downside, but it's not as bad as you guys think. So if you go to the, for example, weekly time frame up here, I mean, literally nothing happened, nothing is broken. This is just a weekly time frame over here. This is the 10 moving average, 20 moving average, and so forth, so forth. So why am I saying it's not as bad as you think? Because I often say when you have some kind of support level and the price is on support level and breaks the support level and goes down like 3%, or if price goes to a little bit towards upside and goes down like 3% towards downside. Now, both of these are 3% moves towards downside, but one is bad, one is not, right? So this over here would be a very, very bad 3% move towards downside because it broke something, right? This move down here, 3% moved down to the support level, didn't break anything. So this is not bad, this is very, very bad. So right now, even though we are, you know, Bitcoin is down 3.2%, it's not bad, like nothing is broken. It pulled back down a little bit. Maybe on the small time frames up here, it's breaking down this trend over here towards downside, but a bigger time frames, you know, nothing is broken. Monthly time frame up here, over here not closed just yet, 19 days left, you know, too early to call right now. Everything looks nice. Maybe it can pull down a little bit, but you know, the big trends are not actually broken. So if you go over here, for example, and we look on some kind of big trends over here towards upside up here, it's not broken just yet, right? We can actually pull this off here a little bit up here. It's not broken. We can even adjust a little bit over here. It's not broken. I mean, there's several ways we can actually do this, but these big trend lines are not broken, so everything is nice and dead. But that's not actually what's getting me bullish, and I am getting bullish, guys. I'm getting bullish. The reason I'm the reason I'm getting bullish is because Bitcoin is down 3.28%. Bitcoin is down right now 3.33%, 3.3%, but Bitcoin dominance is down minus 0.25%. How can this be? Imagine this: Bitcoin dumps down 3%, altcoins dump down less. This is Bitcoin market cap dominance. Altcoins dumped less than Bitcoin. So this is Bitcoin versus everything. And altcoins dumped less. And when Bitcoin dumps and altcoins don't dump as much, I become very, very bullish. We also yesterday talked about Bitcoin dominance over here, that it had this major support level that it bounced off. Right now retesting it because the trend over here is broken towards the downside. This trend over here is broken towards the upside, hitting the support level, retesting that resistance level towards the upside up here. You'll see this on small time frames. This is weekly over here. Let me just do it like this over here. It is just retesting this level up here, and right now it is coming to this high up here. It still haven't broken towards the upside over here just yet, right? So Bitcoin doing minus 3.3%, Ethereum doing 3.8% almost. It was at 4% just a couple of minutes ago. And Bitcoin dominance still going down, still pulling back down. You would expect Bitcoin dumping down 3% and altcoins doing some major dumpage like 5, 6, 7%. That's bad. That's a really crash, right? But when Bitcoin dumps down and altcoins don't dump down, I always get very, very bullish. So right now over here, we still haven't broken back inside the channel. If you do break inside the channel, there is a very good chance to hit the resistance level, maybe even a Benjamin Cohen's target at 60%. But right now, the way we see it over here, this is a retest so far, and everything looks nice and dandy, especially on Bitcoin dominance. Right now, this is a retest over here. The big major moves, I mean, technically we already did that, right? We talked about last time up here on the weekly time frame that the trend already broke on the weekly time frame over here. There was a weekly trend. It already broke on the weekly time frame. This is over here a retest so far as we can see that. And right now we had the next major level that to break when it comes to the Bitcoin dominance is this support level down here at 53%. Once this breaks towards downside, I think it's pretty much confirmed, because it's already getting weaker and weaker. I mean, it can still do this move towards the upside over here. I'm not saying it can't, but it's already getting weaker, and we see that right now on the dominance chart that Bitcoin is down 3.3%. Altcoins are not down as much. So I'm getting bullish, guys. Every single time this actually happens, I'm getting more and more bullish, because I do like to see that Bitcoin dumps down more than altcoins are dumping down. Ethereum right now as well is pulling back down to towards downside over here. It is going inside this capture. There was major levels, maybe even up here, liquidity zone. I would say liquidity zones are always below these lowest weeks for some reason. I don't know why is that, but that's let me just use the box over here below this liquidity box, especially this liquidity box. And you can see up here we are getting to that liquidity box a little bit over here right now, pulling back a little bit, but nothing major is being broken, right? Over here there's 10-20 moving average on the weekly time frame. Up here is still pulling back a little bit towards downside. This can actually last for a little while. Over here there is a channel up, of course. Over here something like this over here. Still nothing major is being broken, and everything looks fine and dandy. I mean, tomorrow it might be bad, today is not bad. And when I was looking at the indicators on the big time frames up here, it is pulling back, but there is nothing majorly bearish on the indicators either. Over here we got a divergence on the Bitcoin on Ethereum chart over here, but we still got 19 days left on the monthly time frame over here for this to actually go towards upside and correct this divergence over here. It is a little bit divergence, but you can't get any kind of top of the bull market when you are sitting at 60 levels. It just doesn't make any sense. Imagine this being the top of the bull market and it goes like this over here. It doesn't do that. What we need on the RSI, we need some kind of overextensions for the bull market to be finished. So above something like if there was a divergence up here at 70-80 levels over here towards upside, something like that, I would say this is bad. But what kind of divergence is sitting down up here at 60 levels without any overextensions? Not even broken the all-time high at 4.6 over here previously. Was that 4.6? Yeah, 4.6, 4.8. Not even broken the all-time high, and it goes towards us. It just doesn't make sense, right? So everything looks nice and dandy. It is a pullback the way I see it right now. It is, and it is might be one of the less pullbacks, because Bitcoin dominance right now again 0.2% towards the downside. Ethereum Bitcoin chart is still pulling towards downside a little bit over here. Still failed to break this resistance level over here. If you go to the monthly time frame, it's pulling back over here, but still 19 days left. So too early to say on the monthly time frame whether this is this was a fake out or not, because it is pulling back. Still haven't broken towards us upside, but it does again, it does look good, because if you look at a monthly time frame, let's remove the moving averages over here again. Ethereum Bitcoin chart did break the major resistance level over here previous month. Still 20 days left. This can, you know, very easily just turn towards upside and continue towards upside. It can also, you know, get a bearish engulfing again and continue towards downside. So we don't know just yet, but it already looks good. Bitcoin dominance looks good. Ethereum Bitcoin looks good. Everything looks good. Over here we got a total 3 that we pulled up lines up here yesterday. It looks like it's breaking down, but this is not, you know, this line up here is hitting that line on the dollar over here. Kind of hitting on the dollar, kind of not. I don't know. Let's use nice lines over here. Let's use correct lines up here, because I am using this one over here. It looks like sitting on the dollar right now over here. Still haven't broken it just yet. This is total 3. This is market cap without Bitcoin and Ethereum. This is altcoins market cap, and right now we're hitting that support level. We're still on the support level. Everything is very, you know, very close. Now, if everything breaks towards downside, like Ethereum Bitcoin, you know, starts, you know, crashing towards downside over here, dominance starts breaking this move towards upside up here. What is upside up here? And a total 3 starts, you know, dropping towards downside over here, I again wouldn't be bearish. I would actually be very even more bullish, and the reason for that is because it's not the end of the bull market, right? It is very close, and this might have been a capitulation move if it does happen. But right now, the way I see, there is a very good chance, right now, that altcoins market might actually just bounce out of this support level towards upside over here. So right now we might be coming to this, you know, very last point where everything turns around. And like we said, there is nobody watching. Let me show you the chart again from yesterday over here. What is it? The chart again. There is the chart. Copy image over here. There we go. This is the chart from yesterday that we showed. This is posted by Crypto Banter. He's tracking, you know, all of these big YouTubers, BitBoy Crypto, Crypto, the Moon Carl, and all of these others, Crypto Banter, and how many, you know, new YouTuber views they are getting. You can see up here during the 2021 bull market, you can see how this exploded towards up, like from nothing to everything, right? And over here, ever since the bottom up here, we technically had this couple of, you know, interest in Bitcoin, but nothing major. And right now, I mean, this is the lowest we can get, guys. This is like the lowest we can get right now. Imagine this, Bitcoin sitting at 70K and there is literally no. How can you have a bull market without exit liquidity? What you need in the bull market, ending of the bull market, you need major exit liquidity. This is exit liquidity. This is when everybody comes sorry about that. This is when everybody comes and, you know, start getting interest and you start pouring money at the tops. This is exit liquidity. There is no exit liquidity right now because everybody's just hodling. How can you cash out if everybody's hodling, right? It's really hard to cash out if everybody's hodling. So if you want to cash out, you need people to buy the tops. You need people to pour in money at the tops, and then you cash out. So far so good. So that's my take, you know, quick and dirty take on what's happening right now. I don't think, you know, it is very bad. Nothing is broken. Tomorrow it might be broken. Tomorrow might something, you know, we might see some other development that might be bad. But right now nothing is actually broken. You know, everything looks fine and then it is pullback. And the most important part is that altcoins are actually looking very nice. So obviously up here we are pulling back again on the weekly time frame towards downside a little bit again. And additionally, you know, we try to, you know, do it a couple of different ways, but you know, on the weekly time frame it does look like this. This is the correct channel up here. So it does, you know, it can pull back down a little bit. Again, nothing major is broken. This is still just trending towards downside, and we are still waiting for a breakup towards upside and downside. Yesterday we also said that there is a major level that needs to be broken, and once that is broken, everything is going to the moon, right? Let me see. Yeah, over here we can do this on this chart over here, 2 weekly chart. So you can see up here, once we broke the 24K level up here, you know, everything went here, you know, we went all the way up to 30K levels, right, towards the upside. And you can see up here, as soon as we broke the 30K levels, we explode up here to 40K levels over here. Now let's go to the weekly chart up here. We exploded to these 40K levels. 43K levels, right? And then we consolidate over here. And once we actually broke that, we are right now creating a new New resistance level up here at 70, 71 levels up here, or maybe a little bit lower up there right now because of this move up here, 67. But what we are waiting right now is basically the same kind of move over here that we waited previously. You know, we are waiting to break this major level of resistance towards upside, and we haven't broken it yet. We are just, you know, channeling over here in some kind of, you know, bigger channel. Unfortunately, it can take a little bit of time. There is a move up, there is a move down. You remember this big move towards downside over here when we came into the liquidity zone and bounced right back to towards upside again. So, you know, we just channeling. It's not as bad as you guys think. That's the whole point of the Bitcoin daily. That's it, guys. That's it. Bitcoin dominance is down 0.3%. The most important thing is that altcoins are not upping as much as Bitcoin is. So there is that. And besides that, I don't see actually there is no big moves on anything right now. Everything is like 2-3% down. Everything is 2%. And the way I see it, not only that, I actually was looking at yesterday. I said VeChain looked good, and today I'm like VeChain looks again good. But let me show you VeChain up here. Where is VeChain? Because I just checked up here, because it went through this move towards downside outside of the box. And it's right now on the 4-hourly time frames. It is creating these, you know, bullish divergences towards downside. Major impulsive move down, and right now just flying towards downside, hitting the support level. And I'm looking, you know, to bounce towards upside on VeChain. Now, if VeChain bounces towards upside, you know, that means that a lot of other stuff is gonna bounce. So I think, you know, altcoins might be very, very good, you know, buy now. Not financial advice, my opinion only, and all of that shebang. But you know, there is that. Inge was doing very well yesterday, and a couple of days right now consolidated up here. There is major resistance, $60 up here, but nothing is actually moving. Everything is just consolidating down at the bottoms. Inge, Sui, and Say. What is this blood bet here? Like, there is no blood bet, man. I mean, imagine when people are saying that 3% down is a blood bet. There is no blood bet, like literally no blood bet. All altcoins are down like, you know, 2%, Phantom is 2.7, Herba is 1.4, Inge is down 1%, Kaspa is 2.8. There is no blood bet. It's okay. Have a look at DXY, crazy, isn't it? What's happening with DXY? 0.14% weekly. Yeah, it is actually a little bit crazy, because here's the thing about DXY. We were having this expanding musical instrument. This expanding musical instrument can break, you know, they tend to break towards upside over here, but it was this support level up here that broke, and this actually looks very, very bullish for the DXY right now. So DXY looks like it's gonna go up. Now, I do not believe that, you know, just because DXY goes towards upside, that Bitcoin cannot go towards upside. What I'm saying right now, that this move towards upside is very normal right now, because this is pending musical instrument. It did break inside capitulation, and you can see this move didn't come all the way down to the bottom. If it did come down to the bottom and that this something like this, I would say this is definitely gonna, this is very, very bearish. But what it did, it actually did the opposite. It didn't go all the way down to the bottom over here. It, you know, held the support level, bounced out of that over here. I think the DXY might actually continue a little bit more towards upside. Just because DXY goes towards upside, I do not believe that Bitcoin needs to go towards downside. They seem cheap. Inge, Sui, and Say. Well, Inge was on everybody's, you know, lips a couple of days ago up here. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Inge did pull back a whole bunch towards upside, and it did break inside this liquidity area. So you see this bottom down here. There we go. Inside this liquidity area. So when it came up here, there was a lot of distribution, because, you know, it did pump a whole bunch. Even just from this last, you know, move up here, it was 7x over here. This is 8x towards upside. From the all the way from the bottom towards the top up here, it was, you know, 42x on a, you know, on a coin, and then it pulled back. But it pulled back inside this liquidity area. You can see this wick came all the way down to the bottom, and then it started doing this extortion pattern that a lot of coins are doing right now. Broke that right now, consolidating up here at this box. And if you look over here on the daily time frame, this 2 daily time frame. 2 daily time frame, there is major level of resistance that needs to be broken, and right now hitting that. So it's not quite out yet, just yet, but it is breaking this trends over here towards downside right now, and it needs to get out of this latest channel right now towards upside. So it's just channeling over here right now and trying to get out. But again, I think everything is at the bottom, regardless of you know, how the chart looks. So this is Inge, Say up here. Say it's pulling down over here in some kind of triangle over here, but even say went below the these lowest wicks up here. Let me see, is there because this was fast move up here, but these are the lowest wicks over here. Even say went into this, you know, liquidity zone, if you can call it liquidity zone. There was actually a couple of liquidity zones over here, if you don't count this move over here. This just, you know, broke through everything up here, and right now it's just picking up. But this impulsive move up here, this is consolidation over here. It can definitely go a little bit more lower towards downside over here if it does want to go lower towards downside a little bit, but it looks like it's consolidating. Right now, if you go to the weekly time frame, sitting down here at 43 level, 43 RSI, so it's not in some any kind of bearish mode or anything like that. It's at the very bottom. I mean, if this is any kind of indication of bottom over here on the RSI, I mean, it is very, very low. And you also see right now, I'm seeing that, you know, the momentum up here is flagging towards the downside, but the momentum is going towards upside. So it's trying to find the bottom. So over here, this impulsive move, exhaustion pattern, it is looking for this move towards upside. At least the way I see it. I'm bullish on everything, guys. I'm literally bullish on everything. So you had this big move towards upside over here. Just move up here quickly. This is daily. It's below 100 moving average, but you know, big time frames up here, sitting on this 50 moving average very, very nicely. This was the exhaustion pattern, broke that, right now just consolidating over here. But again, I'm still looking at what's Bitcoin gonna do, because these boxes over here at the bottom, they do tend to have a dump. They don't have, you know, good coins don't have to do that, but oftentimes, like over here, it had a very big move towards downside, consolidate up here, and then they have to have, they don't have to have, but they tend to have some kind of, you know, some kind of spring over here or something like that before they actually get out of the box. At least, you know, that's my take, you know, on how I've been seeing these boxes at the bottom. Although this doesn't seem to be you know, legit box, but there is that. But weekly time frame is just being pushed down a little bit over here, consolidating right now. Monthly time frame up here, still below the 10 moving average. There is it. Just a quick look on that. Is this manipulation of Bitcoin price? Of course it's manipulation. Everything is manipulation. That's how these things work. Doji holding nice. I don't know. How is Doji doing, man? Let me see up here. What is Dogecoin? Minus 2.6%. 1.3% on Pepe. Pepe is holding nice. I would say Pepe is holding nice, but Dogecoin, kinda. Captain America, yo, what's up? Not so much. Anyways, guys, that was quick and dirty look on what's happening in Bitcoin and altcoins and stuff like that. Sorry about that. Again, it's not as bad as you guys think. So, it's all good and ending. Come back tonight. We might do something interesting on the stream. I'll see you guys around. Bye-bye.